Hello and welcome back. Today's video we are working on a 2016 Kia Sorento. This one here is a V6 with all good stuff. Panoramic roof, leather, whatever it comes with. It's a SX model. Anyway, in today's video we are going to replace ABS wheel speed sensors, which are very common. This part here is purchased from Amazon. If I take it out from the package, you will see that this piece is actually original, less than $15 from Amazon each. So give me a second, I will take it out from the package. So here you can see the old one has a Hyundai Kia logo on it, and that's the replacement from Amazon. If you look closely, the other one was a little bit better to read out, but it says Hyundai here, just like it says it on this one. So this is original part. I went to my dealer, they wanted $80 a piece with the wholesale account. I ended up just getting the part number and cross-referencing it to the Amazon ones. So anyway, we have ABS and traction lights on. Let's get to it. First thing, we're gonna remove the wheel. Go ahead and check it up, support it with something. Number 21 mil on impact can. Time to take the wheel off. That's what you're gonna see now. Next step, remove the brake caliper. There is two 14mm holding the brake caliper onto the spindle. I managed to break it loose with my bigger tool. Now I go ahead and use my ratchet wrench to drive those two 14mm bolts out. Remove those, place them on the side. Make sure you don't mix them up with other ones. Just go ahead and remove the brake caliper. This thing is not that heavy, it barely weighs anything, so it is pretty safe to let it hang there. I know you're gonna be like, yeah, you can't have things hanging on the brake hose, it's gonna break it, but this is very light, so I'm not very concerned about it. Next step, you come under the car here. From this point of view, you will see 4 bolts, 1 connector. I'm gonna break this connector loose, push it on and remove it. We have two 14mm in the back here. I'm gonna use my extension and elbow to access those and break it loose with the impact gun. Here you can see there is a little arrow right down here. Let me get the picture a little brighter. There we go. We have a little arrow here. That arrow is indicating the location of where the connector needs to be. So make sure when you're putting it on the wheel bearing, make sure to align it in the middle. So the 4 bolts behind it is loose. One thing I recommend before you even undo them, go ahead and take the caliper off. 2 Phillips screws right here. Remove them, do not lose them. Now let's go ahead and remove this whole thing. There we go. Let's grab our hammer, give it a couple taps in the middle here. Anyway, remove it now. We have a bearing popped out from this piece here. So that's the bottom, that's the dot here that aligns up with that arrow. So we're gonna bring this one down all the way here, and I'm gonna go ahead and mark this wheel bearing. That's kind of where I want my center of the connector to be. We're gonna go ahead and use a hammer and knock this plastic piece loose. You can also use a flat screwdriver and wedge it somewhere here, or just knock it loose. It should be pretty easy job to take off. Couple taps with hammer right here break it loose a little bit, put the flathead or something and hammer it and knock it off. Time to go ahead and install our new one. I'm gonna go ahead and lubricate this one with the WD-40. Here we go, lubricate it so it can fit in easier. I marked center. Now I'm gonna come here, align my markings. Center was here, so there you go. Now what you can go ahead and do, lightly, evenly tap it onto the spindle. Not too hard, just enough that the mating surfaces meet each other. Now we go ahead and install this back with this piece here, align it with those 4 bolts and screw it back down. As you see, 4 bolts are mounted back behind the wheel bearing. Go ahead and clip in the connector. Now we can go ahead and reinstall our brake caliper. Brake caliper and the brake rotor. There is only, I think, one way to put it on, because you have two screws that you have to match. Our holes are here. There we go. Not this one. The next one. Let's see, this one. Sorry, the other way. As I said, there is only one way to match it. There you go. Screw holes are matching. 2 small Phillips screws. One here, other one here. Yeah, these don't have to be tight. As long as you just screw them down, you're good. Our brake caliper is installed back, 2 40mm bolts behind, and now it's time to go ahead and reinstall our wheel. Our wheel is installed. Lower it off the check. There we go. Now let's go in the car. These kind of faults, if the faults don't exist anymore, start the car. ABS and traction light was on before, they're still on. So what we're gonna be doing is put it on gear, drive it. Let me straighten the wheel, and you will see if I go on over a certain speed and it reaches the speed, it will disappear. There you go. If you don't have a code reader to erase them, but that's not the issue, that's not the problem. If the faults don't exist, these lights will disappear by itself. So thank you for watching. Like, subscribe and comment, and keep your eyes out for new interesting videos that might save you money.